Hello and welcome back to the Academic Society. It's Toy in here. I'm really excited about this video because this video is part one in a new series that I'm doing. So I'm doing a series all about how I became an award-winning college lecturer. Yes, I won a teaching award, which is one of my biggest goals that I've had since becoming a lecturer. And after 4.5 years of being a college lecturer straight from grad school, I won a teaching award for excellence in teaching in the College of Arts and Sciences at my school, and I'm super proud of that, and I wanted to share how I got to where I am right now. So since it is kind of a long story, I've decided to break it up into multiple parts. And so in today's part, I will be talking about what I did in grad school, how that informed my career choice. And so the key here, or the moral of today's story, is that I was open-minded when I was in grad school. So if you're interested in hearing this journey, keep watching this video. I'm Toyin, the founder of the Academic Society. I got my PhD in math and landed my dream job as a lecturer at a university. And I create these videos for grad students and academics to talk about time management, productivity, as well as share my academic lifestyle. So let's talk about how I was open-minded in grad school and how that led me to figuring out exactly what career I wanted to go into that was fulfilling for me, that led me to be able to win a teaching award so early in my teaching career. So let's start with grad school. By the way, if you are watching this video and you are starting grad school soon, I have a free masterclass for you so that you can learn exactly what to expect in your first semester of grad school, so you don't have to be anxious about starting or anxious about the unknown of what to expect in grad school. All right, so let's start with my grad school experience. I actually went into grad school not knowing anything about what I wanted to do. I just knew I love math. I'm not ready to get a job, but I want to learn more about math. So I decided to enroll in a PhD program for math. And literally that's all I knew. What I did was I put my all into every experience that I had in grad school. So a tip that I share with grad students all the time is really consider every aspect of grad school and figure out which parts and which aspects that you really like which parts fulfill you and make you feel happy that you made the decision to go to grad school, because that may lead you to what your career should be, a career that's actually right for you. One of my biggest missions for the Academic Society is to share that you can be successful in academia and live a fulfilled life at the same time, and that is exactly what I'm doing. So started grad school, didn't know what I wanted to do, but I went all in on every aspect. So that was tutoring, taking classes, teaching classes, doing research, community service. I did things like outreach and like teaching math to people and children in the community, things like that. So everything that I was asked to do as a grad student, I put my all in it, and I really considered, do I like this? Could I see myself doing this for the rest of my life? And for a lot of the things, the answer was no. Like research. Research was fine, but it just did not bring me joy. However, when I started teaching in my 3rd year of grad school, I just felt like, wow, this is it. This is what I was here to do. I love this so much. I just felt so fulfilled because, especially with math, it's like a subject that students are really afraid of. And I was able to ease my students' fears, and actually they started to enjoy math and they were able to learn it. And it became like a good experience. And my class became one of their favorite classes, even though I had never taught before. And it was just, that first semester of teaching was so scary, but it was just amazing for me. Life-changing, actually. All right, so once I started, so it took me until my 3rd year of grad school when I started teaching, but once I started teaching, I realized that I loved it way more than anything else. However, that wasn't enough to convince me that I needed to be a lecturer. I actually didn't even know what a lecturer was at that point. So in my 4th year of grad school, I applied for a program called the BFF program, Building Future Faculty program at North Carolina State University. And this is a program where people who are like in their last few years of grad school go to NC State and they learn about what it would mean to be a tenure track faculty member at an R1 institution. I got to shadow faculty members. I got to have seminars about active learning and about grant writing. I loved the seminar on active learning. I immediately implemented that in my classes the next week. But in the grant writing workshop, that's when I was just like, I started to panic a little bit because I was like, oh my gosh, this is a lot, and this lifestyle doesn't really align with what I thought my life would be. And so I just felt hesitation about the tenure track lifestyle and doing research because research didn't light me up. And having a job where so much of it depended on my research and writing grants just kind of was scary to me. And I didn't know what to do with that feeling. And then the summer before my 5th year of grad school, I actually went back to NC State for this like summer research program. It was very like collaborative. It was a math modeling and statistical program where they took mathematicians and applied mathematicians from different fields and put us together to work on one project. Our project was for the EPA, and it was pretty cool, but it was the longest 10 days of my life. I pretty much hated every moment of it. Not the people were great, the experience was great, but actually doing the research was another clue like, oh my goodness, research is not for me. What am I gonna do about this? However, this was still not enough for me to realize that I should be a lecturer because again, I didn't know what a lecturer was. When I went back to my grad program in my 5th year, there weren't enough teaching mentors to go around. And since I had pretty good teaching evaluations and I was known as a good grad student who was able to teach, I was asked to be a teaching mentor to grad students, and I loved every moment of it. It turns out I am pretty natural at teaching, and I had great ideas and actionable steps for my fellow grad students who were struggling with their teaching. And I was like, I'm so good at this. This is so intuitive to me. Teaching, I love teaching. However, when I was applying for jobs, so I started that fall of my 5th year, my last year of grad school, I applied for tenure track positions knowing that I don't like research and teaching is my passion because again, I did not realize that lecturer positions existed for me as a mathematician, even though I should have. So that is the end of this video, but in the next episode of this series, I will walk you through my job application process, how I learned what a lecturer was, which jobs I applied to, and why I turned down the first job offer that I got. So make sure you subscribe so that you're notified when I do post the next video. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.